Don't marry for love.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is
Don't marry for love. Here's why. Hello, my name is Carla and Restoring Healthy Mindsets is my thing. I know what you guys are thinking. You're so toxic. But hear me out. You should marry because you want to grow with the person. And I'm saying this being married. This doesn't mean that I don't love my husband. On the contrary. But what I am saying is that love wasn't the reason why we got married. The reason why we got married? Don't marry for love. Here's why. Hello, my name is Carla and Restoring Healthy Mindsets is my thing. I know what you guys are thinking. You're so toxic. But hear me out. You should marry because you want to grow with the person. And I'm saying this being married. This doesn't mean that I don't love my husband. On the contrary. But what I am saying is that love wasn't the reason why we got married. The reason why we got married was because we work great together. We are a great team. And most importantly, we want to build our dreams together. And I want my ladies to start thinking with this instead of this. Because when you actually enjoy the person's presence, their mind, their humor, their company, it's different than when you feel all the fuzzy stuff. Because all that fuzzy love, passion, sexiness goes away. But what stays is a person's essence. And when you choose to spend the rest of your life with someone, it needs to be something deep. Because this is the person that you're going to spend with the rest of your life. You're literally going to be working on building your dreams and making all your dreams come true with this person. Can they handle that? Can they support you? Do they have the same mindset as you? Do you guys have the same financial stance on things? How are your guys' credit score together? Like, those things matter. It's not just about what they make you feel inside. No. I'm sorry if anybody told you otherwise, but I'm here to tell you the truth. And believe me, it has been the best decision I've made in my entire life. After my husband and I got married, literally blessings just came. It was blessing after blessing after blessing. And that was like a confirmation for me to know that I chose a correct person, because things just started aligning for the both of us. Both so extremely happy with the decision that we made. And it was because we're both very rational. So when someone tells you to marry for love, please take this opinion into account. Don't marry for love.
Did she just say don't marry for love? She's right, don't marry for love. This is why. The concept of getting married for love is only about 100 years old. It's never really existed throughout history. That's why a lot of people are so disappointed when they do get married and then the love fades, or when there's an ebb or a flow, everyone gets very upset that the partner can't be their mother, sister, brother, cousin, and child all in one. They can't fulfill all those roles. Essentially, if you want to love someone, you can be free to love anybody. But if you want to get married, it's like starting a company. It's an enterprise. It's a whole shebang. So look at that person and their values, what they want in the future, the journey of where they're going. Ask those questions when you're dating. If you really want to get married and put children into the mix, this is a company you're opening. You're not just in love. This is a whole big deal.
It's easy to fall in love, right? Does love make for a successful marriage? No. We already know this from the research that we have in the United States with one of the highest divorce rates, right? That love does not make for a healthy, happy, long-term relationship. So why use that as a guiding principle? We also know from our Eastern values that love is something you grow into. It's not something that it's like chemical based and like you're in and then you're out. It's something you grow into. So we don't marry for love. We know it's a given that we're going to fall in love with our husband, because women are designed to love. The divine feminine really, really values relationships. It values love.
Don't marry someone because you have fallen in love with them. Now, this advice may sound a little bit odd, but hear me out on this one. See, there's no doubt that love is a very strong and intense feeling. But that's the thing. It is a feeling, and feelings are up and down. They come and go, right? So if your primary reasoning and basis for getting married is because you love someone, then unfortunately that's a very dangerous route to go down. And this is a really common mistake that a lot of young Muslims especially are making these days, right? Because they can't control their feelings and their desires. They're falling in love way too quickly. So what happens? They get married, and then a year or 2, 3 years down the line, they don't have those same feelings anymore that they initially had, which by the way is completely natural. And they're like, well, I don't feel like I love you anymore. And purely on that basis, they don't want to be together, and it leads to different problems, etc., right? Love is not the foundation of a marriage. Love can develop later on, but it's things like compatibility, personality, characteristics, deen for us, most importantly. These are the things we want to be looking at.
Some pretty harsh advice because I see a lot of people talking about love and finding love in the pandemic in this modern age. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Marry for the life that you want in the next 10, 15, 20 years. Don't marry for love, because love does not cut it all the time. When shit gets real and you only have love, but you're broke as hell and you're miserable because you find your life is a boring routine of monotony. I don't know how you say it in English, but you need to marry for the life that you envision for yourself. And whatever that life is, find someone who shares those same goals. Find someone who can help you make these goals a reality. Because having the same goals is love. Having the same values is love. Love is not just chemistry and attraction and all of that stuff. I'm advising you desperately to marry for the life that you want for yourself and not for love. I'm gonna give you some pretty...
In this video, OP says not to marry for love and to marry for the life you want to have. And I have to say, I partially agree. Because when you marry for the life you want to have, that means your goals are aligned. And when we know that financial reasons are one of the leading causes of divorce, we can't turn a blind eye and hope that love is just going to take us through. And now, if you choose to marry someone who you have differing values and goals from, that's okay. But you don't get to be upset when the life you're living isn't the one you wanted. Because we don't get to change people. So we either accept that the love of our life is not going to provide us the life that we want, and choose to love them and marry them anyways, or we drop the bullshit and we go out there and find somebody whose values and goals are aligned with ours, and we build that life that we both want. I've been with my husband since I was 16, and the one thing that has kept us together throughout the years has been that we continue to grow with each other. We keep leveling up together.
You need to marry for...
Whenever I speak to couples in premarital counseling and I ask them the question, why are they getting married? Because there are many people who love each other, they do not get married. They will always tell me they love each other. Almost every couple I have met, when I engage with them in premarital counseling and I ask them, why are you marrying your partner? I'm Fundis, it's because I love him. It's because I love her. And the next question that comes from me is, what else? You see, it is that what else that will actually sustain a marriage, not the feeling of love, because the feeling of love will not always be there. That is why when we do premarital counseling, we dig deeper. We dig much deeper. So that you do not stay because of the feeling of love. You do not stay because of compatibility. You do not stay because this feels like the right thing to do. A marriage commitment requires something deeper. One of the questions I ask from the couple that is being prepared for marriage is for them to explain to me what is the meaning of marriage commitment. What does it mean for the two? And I ask the men, what is a wife? Because you could be marrying somebody who has a certain idea, a preconceived idea of a wife, which you have absolutely no interest in becoming. So we dig deeper, because love is not enough to sustain a marriage. I ask them, what are your lifelong goals? Because you will find you are getting married to somebody who has no interest in your lifelong goals. They want you to be their wife or to be their husband, and that should be the end of it. And you would find that your lifelong goals are actually in contrary with your partner's vision for the marriage. That is why at the beginning of the marriage, in premarital counseling, we need to know your lifelong goals. In fact, your partner needs to know your lifelong goals, so that those lifelong goals are catered for, are given space to survive, are given space to be pursued, and are given space to see the light of day, and are actually created for a conducive environment for them to flourish and become a reality. We talk about money, we talk about sex, we talk about parents, we talk about parents-in-laws, we talk about children, we talk about a number of things. We talk about your living arrangement. You are marrying somebody's daughter. Where do you plan to live with her? What is the plan? We talk about gender role expectations. We talk about what is your thought about intimate moments together. Do you even agree about that? What will you do about that? When life happens and there are many things that are being thrown to you by life, because life deals you many cards. You know, we talk about conflict. How will you resolve heated conflict? What are your deal breakers? So for those who intend to get married, I want to tell you, love alone is not enough. This thing is deeper. What makes it deeper is because this is God's institution. Marriage originated from God. And those who are coming into it, if they do it without God, they are going into oblivion. It is actually an exercise in futility. So for those who are going to get married, invest. Before you invest in your dress, before you invest in a big wedding ring, before you invest in a very big wedding or whatever you want to do, make sure you invest in ensuring that the foundation has been laid. It is important that you go and do premarital counseling. It will make your marriage start on a better footing. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. My name is Vuyani Bua. I'm a marriage officer and a marriage counselor based in Cape Town.
I think I can actually, relate to all of these teachers that talked about you not marrying for love. You shouldn't get married because of love or because you saw someone and you decided you felt some type of way for somebody, or you felt some type of way for this person. Then the next thing you could do is that you actually want to spend the rest of your life with this person because you feel that you are in love with this person without even realizing that that love actually fades. Anytime I tell people that love fades and there is something apart from love that actually keeps relationship going, this is why sometimes a lot of people, actually go into a divorce rate and all of that, because they find out that the purpose of which they actually got married to this person has really expired and there is no more purpose on it. Let's just for instance, let's assume that you saw someone that does not really have your own dream, that is not going the same path you're going, that do not have any life ambition as yours, because a lot of us have our own individual ambitions or individual wants, and you decided to see this person. The first time you saw this person, you fell highly in love with this person, maybe because of the way this person talks, or this way the person approach you or talk to you or try to talking into having a relationship with him. You feel this, oh my god, butterflies in your tummy. We all know all those feelings, but those feelings are not feelings that actually are so permanent, because you end up that when you eventually get married to this person and you realize that this person is not going the same path you are going, this person is not having the same dream you are having, you guys are just two different individuals trying to achieve two different kinds of goal, then those butterflies you used to feel on your tummy right then disappears. Then you begin to see the realities. That is why when these people were talking, I was like, these guys are actually making a lot of sense. But when you find yourself in love, or maybe you see someone who approached you, I'm talking from experience, you see someone who approached you and this person is, first of all, you get to know this person. You get to know if this person is actually in line with your own life, if this person is actually going the same route you are going, or you guys are trying to go in a different dimension. You have to get married or be in love with someone, you know that you can actually be in love and get married to in a long run. Love shouldn't be the only criteria or the only thing before you get married to a certain person. That is why during those days there are so many things about the arranged marriage. I think I like the part of this arranged marriage in the sense that you and your parents have to agree with a particular family that you guys think that you share the same ideology with, or the same cultural background, or the same ideas, or the same future plans with. So you guys have to maybe plan and try to get yourself with an arranged thing, because you guys know that you are going on a decent lane. Then this love of a thing will actually come in later. I think I still prefer that period, because in these days a lot of people maybe fall in love with looks. That looks are a very prominent thing these days, and maybe monetary value and all of that. But what if in the long run those looks disappear, those money disappear, and this person is just all empty? Like, this person is not your part, this person is not somebody you want to actually build something fruitful with, or something very very deep with. That is why when you see someone that actually going the same route you are going, you have to get to know this person. You have to know this person's plan in the next 10 years from now, or the next 20 years from now. This is why in a dating cycle you have to ask yourselves, okay, what are your plans? What is your 10 years plans like? What is your 20 years plans like? And you find out that this person actually have its own plan, and this plan is not aligned with what plan or with the plan you have for yourself. You could just give it away and look for someone that is actually in your own budget. That doesn't mean that there are not a lot of plan that you can actually maybe diminish yours and focus, or maybe put another kind of plan towards this person, but you shouldn't be frustrated on the way. Because there are a lot of relationship out there suffering all because of this. Most of them will go to the extent of being divorced and try to find their own peace and plan and all of that. This is why it's very important to actually give the reasons why you want to get married, the kind of person you want to get married, if the person is aligned to what you actually want in life. You wouldn't be thinking about A, and while your partner should be thinking about B. You people should be in the same lane. You people should be thinking about A, on how A is going to favor you people. So you will be an individual of A thinker while you get yourself entangled with a B thinker. This makes, I know for the first time, love and feelings and all of that, but these things will disappear. It doesn't really keep relationship for so long. It does for some people, but it's very rare to see. But it doesn't really put relationship out there. But when you have a partner that you guys have already tabled down what you guys want out of your life, what you want to achieve, your goals, oh my goodness, such relationship is very, very difficult for it to scramble. And a lot of guys also have to put in the work, because some guys often do something like this when they find someone and they believe that this person is actually aligned with what they are doing in their life and all of that. At the long run, they decide to dish this person out and try to look for someone else, leaving this person behind. Maybe probably this person has already left our own career. That is why I always tell women never to leave your career. Don't leave your career, your passion, because you want to please someone. Always do something you want to do to please yourself. Anyways, lovely, so why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, so please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.